Yeah, so what's up, guys? Welcome back to Photo Conversations, where we talk about photography, film, and so much more about life. Well, today I'm shooting from a different location, slightly remote location. I thought maybe, this is one of those days when I just want to go out and just connect with nature and also like kind of defrost from the hustle and bustle of Kampala city and just basically chill with myself. I like to have company with myself as well. Yeah. um well, today I also just want to share with you something that I thought is very important for all creatives to just have an idea about. And like I told you earlier on, that I'll be shooting videos within the month that are not professionally done, just because with this approach you don't have to wait for the lights and the cameras and the good audio to be able to produce and to share your ideas, because usually most of the times ideas come when you least expect them. And the best approach to do this would be like you have a small camera you carry around and you're able to shoot on the go. And that's what I'm trying to do. I know my DP, my friend, my top producer, Deepak, is not going to be happy with this. He's going to be like, man, you guy, how could you shoot without good audio? But Deepak, man, I'm sorry. This time around I had to do without good audio. But at least so long as I share my idea, I think it's the most important thing for me. As long as people are able to pick a few things from this video. So today, something that I've been thinking about deeply is why all creatives need to be able to learn how to write for their different crafts. Say, for example, if you're a photographer, being able to write a good technical proposal. If you're a filmmaker, maybe be able to write a good concept and also write a good script. Why is it very important for creatives to do that? Point number one, why we should be able to do that is organizations and corporations only understand write-ups as the form of communication that they can easily decipher. Let me put it easily. I'll put it this way, in a simple way. Writing is the language of organizations and corporations. Say, for example, if you have an idea or you have a concept that you want to propose to an organization, you're a photographer, you're a filmmaker, you want to propose this film idea or concept to an organization. Organizations will only understand you if you write a technical proposal that explains your concept, that explains your project. So it's something that creatives can't do without. So I would really advise that creatives go out of their way to learn how to write technical proposals, to learn how to uh, write concepts, photo shoot concepts, write film concepts that they can propose to big corporations. This helps, it helps them to be able to compete favorably for bigger assignments, for larger projects, which would definitely, of course, improve and increase, on their incomes. So I've been in a scenario whereby an organization has no choice but to take up, I would say, a technically mediocre photographer, filmmaker, but simply because they've been able to write extremely well. Writing helps you to convince whoever you're trying to work with that you're able to do what you're doing, even when you actually are a mediocre or maybe a novice in the industry. So that is one of the main reasons why photographers and filmmakers should be able to write. And by writing, I don't mean that you have to be, you have to write a bestseller. No, you don't have to do that. But at least go down and understand the simple write-ups that are pertinent to your craft. If you're a photographer, go and learn how to write photography concepts, photo shoot concepts, and maybe scripts, and be able to do this. This will help you to like really compete for bigger projects. the other reason why I think writing is very important for any creative, and for this one, I think it's literally any creative, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a filmmaker, you're a songwriter, you are a singer, or you are an illustrator, you draw art, you do art, you paint, you're a painter. This is very important for each and every creative. One of the second reason why you should be able to write is that writing helps us to transmute or translate our mental ideas into, into more tangible content that we can use to give more life to this idea. I'll give you an example. If I have maybe a documentary that I want to produce or a film that I want to produce, the best way to get it out of my mind is to get a pen and paper and be able to put it down. And the moment I put it down, that means I'm one step closer to actually actualizing this movie idea. So maybe even if I'm an artist, I want to draw this painting. Maybe if it's an abstract painting, this will help me to, come up with ideas, maybe come up with pointers that will help me to bring this, to get to better understand the elements that surround this abstract painting. I write down. Say, for example, maybe if you're going to have an exhibition, and let's say your paintings are all abstract, they're not, like easy to interpret. How best do you speak to your audience? Yeah, actually, the point number 3 is writing helps us to be able to connect with our audiences, because as you know, creatives, some of the time we do work that only we understand this kind of work, especially the abstract kind of work that people do, like the painters, even photographers that do like sort of abstract work. And if you're the kind that is going to have an exhibition, you're the kind that is going maybe to have to be hosted on a talk show, the best way to connect with your audience is by writing. So your ideas that you've been able to produce on canvas or to produce on photographs, you literally push these ideas into your audiences to better understand your creative process, to better understand your state of mind, and why you produce the work you're producing, what is your work all about. So writing helps you to connect with your audience much more. And that is one of the reasons why creatives should be able to pick up writing. Like I said, once again, you don't have to be a bestseller, writer kind of person. You just have to slowly pick up the basics of writing for your craft. I myself am not a good writer. I don't consider myself a good writer, but I push the boundaries. I mean, if you already know how to shoot, you already know how to paint, you already know your lighting and audio and all these other things, why don't you go out there and push the boundaries and learn something more that is going to position you to be more competitive? So guys, let's take up writing. I know it's not easy if you haven't been doing it, but one step at a time. Probably if you're on social media and you're a photographer, write a line or two to explain your concept or your photograph. And that's what I'm talking about, like to connect with your audience. You should be able to write. If you're a painter, you have put a painting and it's an abstract painting from your mind. The best way to connect with your audience is when you just a few lines. You start with a few lines, and as you go on, you start to get better and better and better. So, guys, let's go out there, push the boundaries, and be able to write for our projects and be able to leverage ourselves better for bigger organizations. Let's learn how to write proposals, because without a proposal these days you're not able to get certain kind of work. So guys, thank you so much for listening to this, and of course I'll be producing my usual photo conversation videos that are nicely produced in the studio with Deepak. I know you're going to kill me for this. So guys, thank you so much for listening, and catch you next time. Cheers.